Little sun fade action. Forgotten relic that we're going to try to bring back to life. This is a no date Canadian Model 200. Looks like someone's been in here because my valve is supposed to be right here and it's on the other side. So, at some point during its lifespan, it did, let's see, made in Canada. It's got the correct knob, but someone did, unfortunately, mess with it. Hopefully, it was for the better and not for the worse. But let's dig into it and see what we find. Let it do its thing, warm up. Turn that gas into a vapor. Beautiful flame, look at that. Beautiful. Right. Coffee cup. Do I got one out here? Got a bunch. Let's see. Cup check. Copper Harbor. I really like that 533 I got here. I like how, you know, it's just got a nice base to it. Good weight where you can just set it down. Some of these stoves are a little wobbly. Actually, I'm going to bring it over here because Ray, I'm going with your coffee today, buddy. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope everybody had a great week. You know, I just did a little R&R for the week. Just took it easy, hang out with the family. Got some projects that I've been working on completed. Let's pull you around. I should get this pretty close. Alright, so while that does that, let me push this back. Alright, what we have here is a made in Canada Model 200. The 200As were your made in the US, and the 200s were made in Canada. This one has no date. It is not marked anywhere in the bottom. It's crystal clean. So I'll let you guys in the comments, you know, is this a common thing Coleman did? Where there's just a bunch of lanterns out there with no, or is this a rarity? Is this, you know, something that you don't see? You know, the vent's not the greatest, but we can fix that at the end. Got a nice globe. It's not, you know, it'll clean up. It'll clean up for sure. Everything comes off. Screen. Generator looks good. So I think what we got to do is take all this off. I looked in the tank already. Put this on here so we can do a little testing, but she's clean. But you know what? We can confirm. You can get these online, but if you like messing with stoves and lanterns, you know, this might be something right up your alley. So we turn the device on, and let's get it straightened out so where it's at least right side up. And we go in, and you can look. Sometimes you can get in here and get that bent up in the right angle. So that 242, the 242A that I have, I sent out to Bruce, because what happened was, so there's the end of where the pump cup comes down and presses, and that's what some people think, oh, you know, it just comes out the bottom. No, it actually comes up to this air tube right here. So that way fuel don't get in the air tube and you can pump it. The fuel rail here, it's clean. The whole, all the way around is clean. So sometimes what I do is bend this up like this, and that way I can really get in there and inspect everything. But it looks nice. It's clean. Whoever had this kept it clean, kept it up. Yeah, whoever had this did it right, because there's not a speck of anything in there. So we are good. Ooh, forgot about the coffee. Look at that. I was on a guess. Let me see if I can drop this out. My friends, cheers. It's full. Good stuff. My friend sent me this from Canada, so this is from Alberta. Rugged Mountain Roasters, crafted by hand. This is the wake-up call. I know, Steve, you got some. That's good stuff. All right. See what we got here. 7/16. Clean. We're still going to take it off so I can get to this font a little easier to clean up. Got to clean the collar. We're going to pop this off so we can inspect this. See how it looks. She looks good. We'll still run some carburetor cleaner through it. Lantern or a stove that was taken, care of. It's just a good feeling. I always check because I got a lantern off Marketplace one time, and they just threw a random tip cleaner, so it wasn't actually it was in there going up and down, but it wasn't long enough to actually clean the tip. So take all this off. So it looked like that, I see the original red color, but you see this a lot when they display it somewhere. And it's kind of weird because normally you'd want to display in the Coleman, but so it's like really nice color from here and from here. And this, so what happened was they probably had it sitting like this. The back red part was facing the wall. So even though it was getting sunlight, this was taking more of the hit. The bottom's nice color, so I'm going to pull it off. Take this valve off real quick. We should put a magnet over here to keep all my pieces in. Just, when you're doing this, just be, it's just a small tank. You don't have to come up here and, see, look, I'm just doing that. You don't have to come up here and get crazy. And if you do, stop back, assess the situation, because one time I put this tank too far down. And what happened was that tank had a raised part right here. So I put it on here and I spun it, and I spun that whole, they call it the bung. I spun that whole thing right off, broke. Tank was no good. So, alright. See if we can. Oh, beauty. I like to give a little tug on that. Not crazy, just a little tug, just to kind of give it new life. I'll bring my actual little station over here. I just use this little plastic, some carb clean. That's all you gotta do. Set to dry it. The stuff dries pretty quick, especially anything that you put in here. A little bit of build up. That's what that carb. There we go. After you clean it, put it right back in the slot so you don't get it dirty. What I like to do that I didn't do before, so put this on to the side, we'll do that, and then we'll take this. Alright. You can even go as far as after you clean that, nice. Okay, I got that out of the way. Get this out of the way. Move the fan. That time of year, we start getting those fans out, you know, winter coming to a close. Let's work a little magic on this and see what we come up with. Put a little mullers on, polish on there, well, should be good. Now remember, you don't put any polish or mothers on a vent. Now if you don't ever plan on lighting it up and you want it to look nice, yeah, do it. But if you want to light it up, and that is that's something I would not do, because it'll ruin your vent. You know, at first I was like, do I repaint it? But, and I'm like, if I can make it look nice and make it function well, then I'm okay with it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clean it the best we can, make it look nice. Maybe down the road. Yeah, sunlight is a huge killer on things. Leather, paint. Hey, if it's not rusty, a little discolored, that's just cosmetic. We're going to put this back in. That got tightened down. Before we, yeah, we can do that. Yep. Well, just be mindful of where your valve is and what you're doing. And now we're going to go the other way. And I'm going to get it right about there. Take a look. You don't need to bottom those threads out. Pretty sure that, and that is perfect. If you can spin it around by your hands on that, like freely, it's too loose. But again, you don't want to bottom those threads out, but she's tight. She is tight. Where you at? Alright, let's take this check valve out. Some people are always wondering how this process works, and you'll see it right here. Then we take a there we go. Sometimes they're tight. I am going to put a washer on this. It does not have a washer. and we're going to clean this out. I'll show you how I do that. And then I even take and clean those out sometimes if they're nasty. But this one's super clean. Okay. But what you do is just squirt, 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 dump, squirt, 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 and keep doing it until it's clean. And go ahead and take your air compressor and just blow those out. Make sure you shake it. Make sure you want to be able to hear that rattling of that. You want them tight so you can definitely make it seal. You don't want it too loose where it's just floating. There we go. I like to always add a O-ring. Sometimes they have them in there and sometimes they don't. Check your piece. Make sure everything's tight. Put it on by hand till you can't crank it no more, and that eliminates you stripping it out and cross-threading it. That's good. Alright, check valve complete. People who have never done it before, it's I know before I started doing it, it's kind of like a nervous thing because you never did it before. And then after you do it, you're like, that was it. Hey, anybody ever use this stuff? I picked it up. It was on the clearance aisle at Walmart. So I got it super cheap. But I don't know if anybody ever tried this. It's kind of like goop. But I don't know if it's like navel jelly, like some of that kind of stuff, and this is another brand, but I thought we'd give it a try, and the next one we get all rusty, we'll give it a shot. Now I don't have the Be Here tomorrow. It was a one day from Amazon, but I just ordered some valve packing material, so we'll see if this works or not. If it leaks, then we know it was no good. Do I even need to clean this? Nah. If it's clean and shiny, it's good. What's everybody working on right now? What's on your bench? I'd like to hear what you guys are working on, whether it be stove or lantern, or maybe it's not stove or lantern, but put down, throw in the comments what you guys are working on. I'd like to hear. Way too tight. I can live with that. What are we going to do with this? Let me just take it over here and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. See if we can get this to shine up a little. Oh yeah, you can't see. Safety glasses. Wear safety glasses. when you're dealing with small stuff, and just we had that little insert piece. This is another thing. When you're using these, work the edge right here. You know, these are your nice bristles that'll just work the size. Because you can sit here and it's nice, but it's not gonna clean it as fast as if you were to just go on an angle. So pull the generator, pull that generator tip out, and just come in here on that side piece. See, I didn't tighten it up all the way and your tip will fall off. Come here on that side piece. Alright. Get rid of these pieces that we don't need. That just seems a little, and it might be right, just seems a tad bit. I like that. You want a little resistance. We come this far, let me clean this nut up. Down. I'm looking forward to firing this one up, especially a no date. Yeah, like I said before, if you guys know any information on the no dates, let me know. Looks good. That looks good, but I'll give it a little bit of hold on. This is kind of, the pump cup's good, but she's kind of a little nasty. Here we go. I got a new one, new pump cup. If they're dry, just take it easy on these because they'll rip. Was it a little bit longer? Did I not check that? She is. She's a little bit longer. Let me see if I can clean this one up then. save you for another day. Pick up some of these tools I'm not using. Oh, I messed up. Who's seen it? Who caught it? Somebody caught it before I did. Might not need the washer because this is supposed to go like so. I forgot this piece. So I'll put that like so. Come up through the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna get a little fuel in there and see what it does with a little fuel. Closed. Looks good. It's upside down, but let's just watch it. Wait 30 seconds or so, 1 minute, and just see if your pressure moves. It ain't moving a lick. So that's good. That is good. That means from the valve here down, we're good. You know, she ain't the prettiest thing on the block, but I got stuff for beauty competitions. This is just a rarity. A no date. Just a rarity. Stuff you don't see. Check the pressure one more time. It's still the same. So we're good with that. Take this off. Yeah, if you just took this hand tight, you know, it just it still leaks. And it's got a rubber thing here and all. And I checked to make sure, you know. Oh no, that's good. All right. As for a fuel cap, gas cap, since it's so faded, the red didn't look right. The red just didn't right. I had a gold because the red is just a different shade because of this, because everything has been faded. I think we are almost ready. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today as I get back in the groove of things. Relax and hang with the family, and you know, family first. That's family first. Are we doing cheapos or are we doing good stuff? What do you think? I say we just run with it, giving us no reason to judge. We got some silk lights here. 21. Alright, slide that around. We got a nice globe that came with it. But let's burn it in. Where's the torch? Here we go. Smoke's traveling in, up, and coming down here, which is just what you want to see. Clear chamber. Let's crack it open just to get some fuel going. Yep. Yep. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's hit those lights. Two cracks, real quick. There we go. Check the side. Looking for overburn. We're not seeing that. We're seeing nice and clean burn. That's what you want. You know what? Let that burn. You know, that vent is, it's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest, but you know, we're always trying to make it come out and pop, and give it a little flare. So we'll try this. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens with the. And then I got a mint top. Watch your fingers on that. Doesn't hit. Perfect. Coleman's right on our side where we need it to be. But there we have it. Let me get some more light for you. There we have it. 200 Canadian with the green vent. Turned out great. Alright, I'll add this red one to my extras. Save this for a rainy day. Save this for the next time. My friends, cheers. Thanks for hanging out. As we dug into this 200, and we don't know the year. That's kind of like the mystery. Nice part to add to the collection. I like the patina. I like the sun fade. It gives it style and character. And I think the green vent just kind of seals the deal. So don't know if we'll get to that right now. There's some other stuff on the shelf that I want to bring out and show. So thanks for hanging out. Enjoying some coffee as we got this 200 up and going. This is kind of a longer video than normal, but kind of wanted to show you guys how things, because I kind of skip over stuff when I'm doing things, and sometimes I think, oh, they know how to do this, so I'm not going to show it. So I kind of wanted to at least show a little bit of everything, which makes for a longer video, but for people that are rebuilding these, it helps them out too. So just think about that before you write a comment or saying something like, dude, man, you know, you could have did this way or this way. Well, I'm trying to be as detailed as possible to fit everybody. So I know a lot of people know the lingo, but you still got to make it where, you know, I'm not a members only page where everybody in here has Colemans. You know, anybody can watch me. So I appreciate everybody. Try to show you a little bit more on this one. Hasn't skipped a beat. Do that tip cleaner one more time. Super clean font. As we looked inside with the camera, crystal clean. But I knew I needed to spin the valve to get to the Coleman right here. But if you're going to spin the valve, you might as well take it out, clean it, and put it back in. Alright friends, thank you. I appreciate it. We're at 370. At 400, we'll do a little, I got a couple feather 400, peak 400, we'll do a little 400 light up. And I have that 500. I'm going to light off for when we hit 500. So it'll be a first light up for that. It has not been lit up before. I forgot the year. Actually, this has been lit up before. I must have did it at some point. 1947. Looked like it just rolled off the assembly line. Clean. Especially with the, but yeah, super clean. B of 47. So I don't know if B means first half, second half, A, B. Throw it in the chat what the A, B, and C is. Is it just A and B, or is it A, B, C, D, or A, B, C? But obviously they're talking about the first half of a certain here, or second half. But yeah, let me know how many letters there are. Curious to know. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.